Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. 1064 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Yesterday, Ukrainians marked Unity Day. On this day in 1919, Ukrainian People's Republic and West Ukrainian People's Republic declared their unification into a single independent state for the first time in modern history. The new state didn't survive the turbulence of the defragmentation of the Russian and Austro-Hungarian empires and was destroyed by Bolsheviks and Poles. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelenskyy congratulated Ukrainians with the Day of Unity with a video address from the Sofievsky Square in Kyiv, where the above-mentioned unification was declared. The president highlighted that in 2022 the Ukrainians chose not the path of division and discord, but the path of unity and struggle to defend their country. Quote, Ukrainians, our state, strong, independent, for it is one and united. We always keep this in mind, and especially on this day, 22nd of January, the Day of Unity of Ukraine. Unquote. He recalled that in 1919 ambition, division, and enemies, both external and internal, prevented independent Ukraine from enduring. Quote, for generations our people lived under foreign flags and traditions, told how to live, speak, think, whom to love and whom to hate. This is what it means to lose statehood, to lose independence. Unquote. The president added that on 24th of February 2022, Ukrainians were tasked with proving just how vital it is to preserve unity and stand together shoulder to shoulder. Zelenskyy expressed confidence that future generations of Ukrainians would continue to gather at Sofia Square for every celebration, under the blue and yellow flag. According to the poll by the Democratic Initiatives Foundation, 91% of Ukrainian citizens are very proud or rather proud of their Ukrainian citizenship, reports LBUA. This is 23% more than in 2015, when 68% of respondents felt proud. At the same time, 21% of Ukrainians would like to emigrate after the borders are fully open due to the lack of opportunities for development and the consequences of the war. 70% do not plan to leave for permanent residence, and 9% could not decide on an answer. In an interview with Bloomberg, Volodymyr Zelenskyy has stated that any effective peacekeeping forces deployed in Ukraine must include US troops, reports Ukrainska Pravda. Zelenskyy believes that Ukraine's European allies lack sufficient troop numbers to counter the forces of Russian leader Vladimir Putin. Zelenskyy warned that without long-term commitments from Ukraine's Western allies, Putin would exploit a ceasefire to rearm and launch a renewed offensive. The Ukrainian leader emphasized that he wants security guarantees from Trump before engaging in direct negotiations with Putin. Earlier, Zelenskyy stated at the World Economic Forum in Davos that at least 200,000 European peacekeepers would be required to prevent a renewed Russian attack on Ukraine after a ceasefire agreement. Zelenskyy is also convinced that US President Donald Trump can influence the issue of Ukraine's accession to NATO. Quote, if Trump is ready to see Ukraine in NATO, we will be in NATO. Everyone will support Ukraine's accession. If President Trump is not ready to see us in NATO, we will not be in NATO. Unquote. Zelenskyy stressed that there are 4 countries that do not support Ukraine in NATO: the United States, Germany, Slovakia, and Hungary. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius stated that he considers it a possibility that Russia will try to attack NATO countries by 2029-2030, reports European Pravda. Pistorius said that this is why it is especially important to have secured NATO defense capability by then. Quote, military experts are monitoring events in Russia very closely. The military industry has been developing significantly there, producing large amounts of tanks and aircraft, which means that the Russian armed forces are growing significantly as well. By 2026, their number is likely to have reached 1.5 million soldiers, unquote. Pistorius emphasized, citing experts, that Kremlin ruler Vladimir Putin could reorganize his armed forces in 2029-2030 to create the proper conditions for a possible theoretical attack on other countries, including NATO members. Earlier, Chancellor Olaf Scholz pledged that he would do everything possible to prevent Germany from being drawn into a war. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a non-commercial initiative of just two people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.